Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to PlayFrame and Expedition 33, the end game of it, and what an end game it is. What a lot of it is. So I've been very busy since last week's episodes, handling a lot of stuff off camera that was very time-consuming and would have been very dull to watch. Let me give you the quick rundown. I went through all of the previous areas we have been, scoured them for all the items and weapons and Pictos and whatnot that we missed the first time, fought a bunch of the little chromatic bosses and such, the small fry who don't put up much of a fight at this point. Just went back to try to make sure that I had not missed any of the important items along the way. While doing so, I also found a few journals we had missed, and we should probably go ahead and just put those up now. Here's one of the ones I found.
Teo, 52nd Expedition. Man, I could barely think straight. How King Gestral broke my skull? What the fuck kind of friendly fight was that? Oh, I'm bleeding out, but their medic is bloody useless. She just keeps telling me about his bone problems. But I'm gonna die here, aren't I?
I also found this one in Old Lumiere.
Melanie, 5th of February. The Brigadiers are overdue from their mission to the monolith, and we've lost half our remaining fighting strength to these creatures and their relentless assault. All adults have taken up arms, but I'm a bookkeeper. What am I supposed to do? Count them before they slaughter us? We've hidden the children. At least they're warm and dry in the cellars, but rations are running low. Things are calmer now at the hospital, but that's because most die before we can get to them. I guess I'm living out of pure stubbornness at this point. Survival isn't really survival anymore. Everyone's so quiet lately. Afraid we'll draw attention. Sometimes I talk to myself just to hear another human voice. Trevor, you promised I could die before you. You promised.
I also found this one.
Armand, Expedition 42. It's been 2 weeks, and still no word from Freya or Olivier. They've never missed a check-in before, no matter how exciting their find. Oh, my friends, I hope the end was swift. The grandest exhibit is likely our last, but as Olivier would say, it is also our grandest. I wish you were here, making that joke for the 1000th time. I'm proud of our work. We've pieced together so much. I just wish we had more time. The Gommage is still a few months away. Perhaps I can make one last trek. If you're reading this, my unknown future friend, I hope the information we've gathered helps you find answers. We've done what we could, in the hopes that you will prevail. Tomorrow comes.
And lastly, fret not, all of you who were no doubt lamenting the fact that I missed this last week. I did find the most important one, which was in New Lumiere, Current Lumiere, Battle Lumiere, down in the water. SK had to help find it for us, but worth it.
William, Expedition 60. They mocked us when we said the human body is the strongest of them all. We trained relentlessly, and now our bodies have achieved the pinnacle of human performance, with which we are able to crush our enemies. We are so much more agile and aerodynamic without the heavy uniforms constraining our glorious muscles. With Leslie's unstoppable training regime, we are impervious. That's how we were able to charge through that ghostly Gommage barrier and reach the Paintress. But it seems we've been wrong about what she is. The Paintress is just as trapped as we. The real terror lies beneath the monolith. The rest of Expedition 60 marched on to confront him, while I was tasked to warn Lumiere. But it seems I might have run out of time. One last swim separates me from Lumiere, but even with my mighty muscles, I don't know if I can outswim the Gommage. So here I write my final message. Bare naked muscles will save the world, And don't waste time on the paintress. Aim for the bottom of the monolith.
Very good. Quality journal experience. Anyway, so I went and did all that. I also went kind of around the overworld a bit and did some of the similar business, finding little Pictos and collectibles that we had missed, fighting some of the low-level chromatics out in the world. Not the high-level ones. We're saving some of those, trust me. And also collecting those lost Gestrals we had not found quite yet. There is one more still to find, and I figured I'd leave this one to do on camera just because we really could not have found this one until pretty far into the game. For reasons that will become obvious very quickly. Where do you think we should go looking for a Gestral we couldn't have found to the very end of the game? If your guess was up, very up, extremely up, good guess. There you are. Everyone else was at ground level. Huh? What? Me? I'm not lost at all. I find that very hard to believe at this elevation. Sastro's waiting for you. What? Sastro needs me back? Okay, I was getting bored over here anyway. Whee! Yeah, like, I assume the wee in this case is you jumping all the way down into the water and then surviving somehow and swimming to wherever camp is.
Hang on tight.
You know, let's actually go to a camp real quick and check in with Sastro, because now that we found all of them, I am expecting rewards. Let's see if I'm right. Sastro, are you pleased with my results? There is a right and a wrong answer to this. You found some of my kids. I must thank you. All of them are back. Now I can go back to my one true passion. Cooking. Being the worst parental figure I can be. Here, you can have this. Thank you. It's not even that many, really, when you think about it. Oh, okay. No, that's probably one collection of 3 per one that I just brought back for you. So actually, no, that's actually a fair number of them. I'll gladly take that. And that. Nice. Allows flee to be instantaneous. That's pretty cool. Of course a bad parent would have that. Anyway, that's done. Just from here, I've got a big checklist of things that we're going to look into because, as I was saying last week, boy, there is a lot to look into. And it's still probably going to take us a little while, but there's just so many things to do in the end game. Tons of areas. Some of them small, kind of like that flying casino we stopped at last week. Some of them larger, like the Dark Gestral Arena thing. Some of them probably whole other big, full-size areas or challenges. I don't really know exactly what we're going to find at any of these, but we're going to sample all of them and complete as many as we can. And I'm going to try to make this fairly speedy with our editing and everything, so we're just hitting all these pretty efficiently and enjoying all the most interesting stuff with little to no downtime. All killer, no filler, and being killed by the killers who are very strong out here. That's probably one of them. Next stop I wanted to do, though, is there were a couple of journals that I didn't grab yet, but they seemed like they were going to be particularly interesting. So I figured I'd wait to do so on camera. There's a particular spot that we also couldn't reach until we could fly. I noted it like halfway through the playthrough and I couldn't figure out how to get there because I couldn't get there. But now I can. Did I fly too far? I might have flown too far. I flew too far. It's back here. Not far from Monoko's station. There was a ledge that I couldn't figure out how to reach. Somewhere around this. Yes. So like we got down here at the other side of the battlefield and I saw this up here and I was like, huh, how to reach? Flight. Flight is how to reach. And there's a journal or two up here, I think. And some enemies who I'm not expecting to put up a huge fight, but we'll see. Oh, hey, here's one of them right now. What do we got?
Julie, search and rescue. I know what I saw. He died. fucking died. That attack destroyed half his torso. There's no walking away from that. But when I found him, he was unconscious but whole. His uniform was destroyed, yes, but his chest was merely bruised. He says the blast just missed him and it was chaotic during battle, so I probably misunderstood what I saw. Bullshit! Absolute bloody bullshit! He and his father keep saying the paintress is the solution, not the problem. But I don't buy it anymore. I think they're lying about what happened to Expedition Zero. Somehow, everyone else died, but they walked out without a scratch. It hurts to think he'd betray us. But nobody ever expects to be betrayed. His mistake, though. He's thinking his charm is sufficient to sell his lies. We'll take him tomorrow night. Claude, Louise, and Dion are no fools. They saw what I saw. We will get answers. And if he is a traitor, then he will share the fate of traitors.
Ooh, this is an interesting find. So one of the expeditions he accompanied turned on him. There's another journal up here, and I'm hoping it sheds further light on... I mean, we can kind of guess how that went, but... very curious. I wonder which expedition this group was a part of. Pardon me. Just here to collect a thing or two, and... oh, excuse me. There's also the shiny over here, and...
what have we here?
really glad that they don't, like, aggro you and chase you out here. So...
I miss you. I don't have the right to miss you, but I do. I wish I could talk to you. Tell you. Fuck. I don't know what I would tell you. Just ask that you forgive me. Julie. Forgive me. I'm not a traitor. I'm not. I'm trying to save us all. But you're right. I am a coward. I'm a fucking coward. You deserved to know why, but I couldn't. I couldn't face you properly. Not, and still do, what had to be done. Papa believes you're Claire's creation, and even if you're not, we can no longer trust you. But I think you just wanted answers. Why? Why couldn't you just let it go? Why did you convince them to abduct me, interrogate me? No. Fuck, I shouldn't say that. You thought I was a traitor. You were doing what you thought was right, just like we are. I swear to you, I'm doing what's right. I should have known when you started questioning things that you wouldn't be fooled. But how could I even explain? You'd have thought I'd gone mad. Doppelgangers. Canvas worlds. Man. But Papa's right. We can't take the risk. Too much is at stake. It had to be done. It had to. Claire already took our sister. If we want to save our family, our world, our people, we can't take any chances. And once we free Mama, she'll bring you back. It won't be forever. I promise. I promise. We deserve to live. All of us. We deserve to exist.
Boy, that is a juicy find. Goodness, Ben Starr's great.
Vessel.
Let's go.
Really glad his star has really taken off in the last several years. We all benefit. Anyway. That was a find worth finding. Where next? Let's see. Oh, yes. I believe, if I'm understanding the map correctly, I think there is one more Gestral Beach that we didn't actually stop at. We needed to be able to fly to get here. I think it's this. And we might have stopped here. It is labeled on the map, so we might have stopped here, but I think I saw, I was consulting some, guides and maps and stuff to try to figure out where all the journals and important items and weapons and stuff were that I missed before, and I think there is one here. So, we should probably go here.
Here we go.
Here we are. I'm pretty sure we came here, but I don't
Hang on tight.
trust my memory on it, and apparently we missed a thing, so.
Hang on tight.
Maybe we didn't. That's an unfamiliar looking challenge. There we go.
Law, 37th Expedition. Should I feel guilty for enjoying what's left of my life? Should I feel guilty for abandoning the others when the expedition was so clearly doomed? Nobody listened to me. Apparently getting slaughtered by Nevrons or this white-haired man is an appealing future for them all. At least I had fun here. I didn't realize how quickly time has passed. The Gamage is tomorrow. I've been trying to overcome this Gestrals challenge for months now, but it seems even more of a challenge than defeating the Paintress. I guess I'll never see the Gestrals Grand Prize. That's my only regret in life.
Relatable. I too will almost certainly never see this Gestrals Grand Prize, and that's fine. We might as well give it a shot, though. Who is overseeing this particular challenge? Anyone? Is anyone here? Hello? Huh. Is no one overseeing the challenge? Is it just a self-explanatory challenge? I mean, it does seem to be. Why not? We can try. This seems like it's gonna be rough. Oh, that's a nice camera angle, I suppose, to work with. Okay, I wonder how random it is. Oh, time to move, time to move. Time to move. Time to move. Oh boy. Go. Go. Wow. First try. Unexpected. Hi. Someone made it here? Color me impressed. You're the second expeditioner who managed to climb this wall. Who were the others? I think it was someone from Expedition 60. You know, that tracks, actually, now that we know what we know. But they refused my reward. They said they would never wear any clothes. But you seem to enjoy clothes. Perhaps you'll enjoy this. I found it in an old farmhouse along a cliff. It's so soft and pretty. Looking at it made me happy. I hope wearing it makes you happy too. Thank you, that's very kind. It's not quite my size anyway. You know, that makes sense. Who was that for? Hang on, I feel like we've got several new wardrobe things that I've not selected or even specifically looked at, and several more I just found out and about, so let's have a look. A skirt look for Lune. A civilian look for Lune. A Sakapatat look for Lune. Such options we have. Also probably some hair. Artist. Voluminous. Half ponytail. For Ciel, we have civilian look. Also vintage, artist, braid, voluminous, rebellious, double braid. For verso, simple look. How's that different from verso look? I guess there's like more of a little cape to the back, like on the back of his coat with this one. Okay. Also that. And curly hair, I guess, if you want. Expedition look feels right. Not that hair, though. There we go. Okay. And you have a swimsuit. A little gold one. How nice. As well as vintage. Gestral white. Braid. Short white. Short look really is still quite cute. Double braid. Voluminous. Very good. And we've got a dark fur look for you. That's fun. But no, your default is lovely. Even though the suit is also lovely. And, I guess we didn't look at your civilian look, did we? There you are. Okay. I think that's everything. Good. I've also done a bit of work in... Well, I can show this off a little bit later. It'll be easier at a flag or a banner somewhere. How do I get down? Excuse me. What's the, You know what? I have an idea. Whee! Good times. Okay. Let's get out of here. Next item of business. Wait a minute, this isn't the right Mile look, I just realized. Silly me. Also, apparently there's painted me as an option, I guess. But, right, no, her default look is different now. There we are. As I was saying. Next item of business. In the various areas we have been before, there are several entrances to the manor that I did not find my first time through, that I now know loosely where they are. So real quick, let's go dip into those spots. I think there's 3 of them. Let's go dip into those spots and see if there's anything new and interesting to find. To the Gestral village! So there was one part of this village that I did not explore previously. Either I chickened out, or it wasn't actually available. This area that says turn back. Turns out, there's a door. It's never opened before, at least not for us Gestrals. Wow. Let's have a look. Ooh, kitchen. Pretty. Anything neat to find in here, though? Hello. What? What did that just do? It just did something. That's the exit we just came through. Okay, whatever this is doing something. Eh? Cool, I think. I hope. Maybe the door was locked before I started hitting these. Are there more of them? Not seeing anything else popping up. Might have found them all. Okay. Okay, let's say yes. Still closed. Okay, okay. Either I need to hit a specific set of them. No, maybe there's just more to find. Let's, keep looking. Because I think this is going to take us out, right? No? No. Okay. This has to open, though. There has to be a way to make this open. Well, maybe we have managed to open something else out here by finding all the hidden switches. Maybe? Huh. Like we've been in these places, and that's still locked. Anything overhead? No. Okay, this is suspicious enough. Let me look this up. This seems like this is something, and I don't want to miss whatever it is. Hang on. Okay, there is still something in here. Oh, okay, we've opened a little trapdoor. I would not have spotted that. Okay. We've got some Gestral pieces, or a Gestral that got in here into the food. There's a cake on it. I don't know how to interpret this. But there's more. In this little downstairs cellar area. Ah. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's great. Yeah, like I've not found the final upgrade for one of the tints I have, so good. And there's the door that I couldn't unlock. Nice. All right. Very good. You know, while we're in here, there is actually another thing worth finding that I stumbled upon, not naturally. I, like, in looking stuff up, found that, oh, there is actually a thing to find here. And I'm glad, because I wouldn't have found it otherwise. This painting, I think, is a fake wall. Yep. And inside is a little Minoko room. Little dog toys, dog bed, many paintings of dog. What pet owner does not have entirely too many pictures, paintings, portraits, or whatever of their pet? Good little secret room. Love it. Kind of seems like this was almost like a... Oh yeah, they do have like little clues out here too, just the little balls and bowls and stuff. Almost seems like this could have been a part of the manor, a little segment of the room that just a portrait was hung over to hide it. Anyway, neat. Apparently there is more stuff in here too, folks insist. Kind of similar to that puzzle I just did in the kitchen. There's other little interactable bits and bobs along the walls somewhere that might lead to more secrets. Let me look around one more time. Wait. All right. Yes. All right. So there is a thing. I just wasn't sticking to the walls quite tightly enough last time I searched. Don't know how substantial this secret I'm revealing is, but might as well. Come on, where's some more? 2. Okay. Do they all look like this? Is it just these things? It is. 3. Ooh, yes. Still something in the way. Maybe there's another one, just in case. Let's look. They've all been in here so far, in this room. Wait. Does that open it? It did. We're in. Ooh. Just another little storage room, I guess. Or perhaps an old workspace for someone. Is this the old room that, like... I feel like I've seen this in some little flashbacks and cutscenes and stuff. I wonder if this was a room one member of the family often painted in. Verso, even, perhaps. But then with the fire and all that, it just kind of turned into a little sad storage room. Tucked away.
Good stuff.
Interesting. Anyway, there's more manor entrances to get into, so let me go to the next one. To Old Lumiere. Okay, we're back here. Near kind of the place where we fought Renoir previously. But I didn't really poke around outside here. Well, I didn't really come back here to poke around at all. But if one does, there is a hole in the wall here. And somewhere... There we go. Ooh. Now this is a bathroom.
Well, that will help.
Pretty spectacular bathroom. Which leads out into whatever room this one is. Maybe this is sort of the master bedroom of the house. Ooh, thing.
But how? With someone who refuses to talk. We don't even share the bonds of grief anymore. She walks her path, and I walk mine. I don't exist to her. None of us do. She's left us all behind to drown by ourselves so that she can drown alone.
Lots of good journal finds to be finding. We're still not even done on that front. Where is this? Okay, so this leads to the upstairs bit, and there's the... Okay, cool. I've got my bearings. Awesome. All right, there's one more manor entrance left, though. It was somewhere in Siren that I didn't spot, so let's go back there. Here we go. Here's the general area. Boy, I love this dungeon thematically, visually, all that, but of all of them, I think this is the one where I find myself wanting for a map of some sort most. It is just a little too large and disorienting as a place. Like, I've been through here fully twice now, and I still couldn't tell you how to get to anywhere from anywhere. Anyway. Ah. Smaller bathroom. We just missed all the bathrooms. Doesn't even really seem to have anything in this one. I did hear a little click, I guess, but that might just have been the door finishing opening. And there are still some locked doors. It's possible I've missed some entrances in other zones that I'm not aware of, or that there are some other entrances in the places we've yet to go. Speaking of which, I guess let's start going to some of those other places, because we got a long list of locations we've not set foot in this world. Whole new places. What's the fastest way out? Probably this way. Okay, correction. We have been in this place once, but I don't think we did everything there. So, let's see, which spot was it? Redwoods. So right up here somewhere. One of the earliest danger locations we found.
BlueSky.
Real chatty, that SKA. But yeah, a place with a fountain into which we could throw chroma money. Chroma. The odd-looking fountain. The last time chroma was poured inside, the fountain began to speak. Let's see, I think we poured it... We might have just done it once, maybe we did it twice, I don't remember, but we got a little chroma to burn, so sure. Have some more. Such a beautiful painting, tainted by suffering. Would that they could go back to those days. In the face of countless trials, families reunite. And they overcome. It's neat. Little, foreshadowy bits you could get pretty early on. If you were willing to throw away a lot of your money. Back when that money is a little more precious. Let's pour in 50,000. I hope this is the last amount it needs, because otherwise we might be in trouble. All this chroma has been rather energizing. Oh, hi. Oh yeah, we've seen enemies like this before. Thanks to you, I awakened from my slumber. Did my tales interest you this much? I'm afraid I have no more to share, but you can have this. Hey, new Pictos.
Great. What now?
Cool. I take it you want more of my rambling. I apologize, I do not have any more tales to tell. Why were you hiding here? I am different. My presence on this continent was deemed an offense by those who've already claimed these territories. I had to give up on my travels. I then found this resting place. You know the rest. Reflection and meditation have brought me to an answer. I shall live on and have my own tale about my own trials and tribulations. Well, good for you. I've not really seen any reason to attack any of these friendly Neverons. So I'ma leave them be. But cool. Thanks for the stories. Next stop. Okay, here is a location, one of many, that we have not gone before. There's a lot of locations on the map we've not gone before, and I don't really know the relative danger levels any of them represent, so we might not be approaching these in any kind of optimal order, but we should at least see what all the areas are, right? They're entire areas. Some of them might be quite small. Some of them may be huge. And murdery. And there's only one way to know. We descend. You know what? Just in case... Yeah. Goodness. Yeah, we've not really seen any of these hand enemies from the beginning of the game. But, just in case they have a weapon upgrade for me. There we go. Easy. I've done some build work on these characters, and I have to say, it's... it's gotten a little bit silly. I'll show you once we get to a fight that's actually any kind of challenge in any way. Anyhow, I'm sure we'll run into plenty of those. Pictos upgrade, but no weapon upgrade, tragically. Wait, is this not where the, zone entrance is? Did I miss it? Oh, I did. This is not the spot at all. Here we go. I think. I think. Nope. Goodness. Bad aim. Anything else lurking out here before I go, well, this looks like something. Nothing significant, but something.
Perfect.
I take it back. That's actually quite good. as finds go. Neat. Get that equipped on somebody later. For now, let's see what this place is. Dark Shores. New area. Let's have a look around. Oh. This is where we arrived, isn't it? This is where... Like, now I'm seeing the hand enemies everywhere. This is where our expedition touched down originally. Cool. All right, this might be a little bit spicier. And just in case, let's go ahead and apply some upgrades we've now found, like this one. Very good. We've also got some more of these, so 2 each, I think. Good, good. And... Right, okay. I'll very briefly show character loadout situation. This is where Ciel currently is sitting. Not much changed other than just adding Fortune's Fury to the list so she can boost Mael damage when desired. Lune is using these currently. I'm still kind of experimenting with which skills to have in these slots here, but I've loaded her up with things which basically allow her to use Typhoon on turn 1, and in doing so, apply a bunch of buffs to everyone on the team and give loads of AP to everyone on the team each time she heals them, which is every turn. So, lots of AP for everyone and healing for everyone. She's doing quite well. Pretty similar setup for Verso. He's quite strong now, though. Main damage dealer here. Again, still kind of experimenting with skills. I've swapped in some higher damage, higher AP usage burn generators on her since she's going to have a lot more AP to work with, thanks to Lune. But seems to be doing pretty good so far. And pretty similar setup for him as before. Haven't messed around with him much. I feel like these 3 are kind of the current main ones I'm using, though I think Verso and Ciel can swap pretty easily whenever I'm kind of feeling it. That's where we're at. Let's look around. Pick a fight. How spicy are you guys? So here we'll see how tough they are, but I'll also sort of show what turns are looking like. Everyone has cheater applied, so we're all getting 2 turns per turn now, which pretty nice on its own. Okay, no, they're a little tankier. All right. So we can start with a Focus Foretell then.
Here's your card.
And you're just starting in Virtuos, which is great. Need to get more speed on Lune, so she's getting to go before the others, but... You know what, just... build up some AP on your own and then do something. Like... Pyrolyze. Why not? Pretty good. 30 burn in 1 turn. Pretty good. But yeah, also, let's see. You just start with a hit to get some AP going, and then a Typhoon, which you're going to see is going to do a little damage, but also heal everybody, and in doing so, give them various buffs and a bunch of AP. So Mael, let's see how much AP Mael gets from this. Okay, everyone's full. Fully buffed and fully full. Ow. Way too late and then way too early. But yeah.
Let's dance. Let's dance.
Like, the healing effect of Typhoon is going to go off every single time it's Lune's turn, which is another good reason to bump her speed up. But I don't know if that, like, reapplies Rush, Powerful, and Shell, and then also gives way more AP. It might. Which would be pretty silly. But, hey, you're in defensive, so let's burning canvas. Just lots more burn. on this one.
Void, take everything.
Very nice. And right, you get a turn again. You just get to keep going. And your hair really is having a time lately. But, I guess you could just do that again. It is increasingly damaging the more on fire that thing is. Yeah, that did refill all the AP. Goodness. Every time she gets a turn. That's absurd. Let's try Stormcaller. I've not seen that yet.
Thunder! Strikes with.
All right, it's applied now, and now enemies will just be taking thunder damage every time they take other damage, and every time they take a turn, I think. I think that's how it works. Pretty silly. You know what? We got full stains going. Let's do Mayhem.
Prepare to meet your end. Let's.
She's definitely not the main damage dealer, but cool to have that as an ability. We don't want to do dark damage to these. I think they get healed by it. I don't know how much offense you're going to be getting in this time, CL. But here.
Here's your card.
Focus Foretell to start, and then take this window of opportunity. Not bad. Dark Spear. Yay! Very good. This thing's looking pretty breakable at this point. Why not? Very good. Goodness, that hair. Be on fire a bit.
Void, take everything.
Now's our chance.
Okay, let's get around toward finishing this thing. We should have more stains before we try sky breaking, although I think I can get some of those. Hang on. I think my current weapon will, yeah, generate random ones. Beautiful. That's what we need to see. Skybreak. Solid. Love to see it. All right. So yeah, the enemies take a little bit of wailing on, but not too much a challenge. Wonder how big this area is. Here's a few more. There we go. Getting some decent experience out here, too. I'll take it.
Great.
Yeah, I wonder how large this area is. I assume most of these little optional locations
Well, that will help.
are going to be reasonably small compared to some of the just bigger explorable spaces, but
Interesting.
I feel reasonably certain there will also be exceptions. I mean, heck, this might be the full extent of it. Just gotta take out these two and get a shiny. It's a plan.
Your fate is sealed.
There. Getting some good late game weapon upgrading stuff too, which is good. because most characters' weapons are only at 20. I got them that high.
An advantage.
But it would probably be worth bumping those even higher, where I do have a pretty good favorite already set. Nice. Okay. I think that might be it for this area. We got time for one more. Let's go. Ah, yes. This ought to be fairly quick, I imagine. I now know that there is reason to attack these little spectral crow things everywhere. I suppose I did kind of suspect. But now that I know for sure. Boy, there's a lot of them. Eh. Last one, maybe? Whoa. Hello. I see we have a fight. Tough fight? Hard to say. Way too early. It's doing some alright damage, though.
Finesse and grace.
So it might put up a little bit of a scrap. Works for me. Oh, it's a flyer, of course. That might mean that some of this is not going to hit. In fact, none of it may hit. Maybe better to just chip away at it this way. Might as well try. There we go. Took a little while to whittle that down with mostly aimed shots, but good. Getting some more goodies to potentially equip and play around with. Very nice. All right, well, I'm going to see about maybe equipping some of these things, get stuff learned and all that. And I will see you all on Wednesday when we'll resume our little tour of the post-game world, because goodness, there are still many, many stops to make and potentially neat things to see. So, take care, all of you, and I'll see you on Wednesday for more. Goodbye!